Such a thing cannot exist for mortals. The front lines are now dismantled. The Geist will finish the job and prepare the grounds for Various. We turn our attention now to more tactical targets. And we get a talent point. We've also got Death and K. Get this ring. It corrupts the ground, dealing 1,177 damage over 10 seconds to targets within the area. While you remain within the area, your Scourge Strike will strike all enemies near the target. That is nice. That is nice. If only there's a way for us to spread festering wounds. If there is. Your Raise Dead spell summons an additional skeletal minion and its cooldown is removed. Bursting Sores. Festering Wounds deals 50% more damage when burst, and all enemies within 8 yards of a burst festering wound suffer 335 shadow damage. Ebon Fever. Virulent Plague deals 20% more damage over half the duration. Epidemic. Causes each of your Virulent Plagues within 100 yards to flare up, dealing 593 shadow damage to each infected enemy, an additional 98 shadow damage to all other enemies near them, with 3 charges with a 10-second recharge. Every 8 festering wounds you burst, you gain 1 rune. Blighted Rune Weapon. Your next 5 auto attacks infect your target with 2 festering wounds. That's a cooldown ability, 1 minute thing. You use it, your next 5 auto attacks do that. Unholy Frenzy. When a festering wound bursts, you gain 100% attack speed for 2.5 seconds. Castigator. Each festering wound critical strike applies 2 additional festering wounds. Each Scourge Strike critical strike bursts 1 additional festering wound. Calling Shadows. Replaces Scourge Strike, deals 776 shadow damage, and causes 1 festering wound to burst. Sludge Belcher. Raise Dead now summons an abomination instead of a ghoul with improved innate abilities. Asphyxiate. Lifts the enemy off the ground, crushing their throat, and with dark energy stunning them for 5 seconds. The Debilitating Infestation. Outbreak reduces movement speed of all affected enemies by 50%. And yeah, we get 1 talent at 56, 7, 8, 1 at 60, 75, 90, and 100. Don't talents normally stop earlier? I guess because the Death Knights start later. They end later. Spell Eater. Your anti-magic shell is 20% larger and lasts 5 seconds larger. Corpse Shield. For the next 10 seconds, 90% of all damage you take is transferred to your ghoul. If your ghoul is slain while the spell is active, it cannot be resummoned for 30 seconds. Lingering Apparition. You move 30% faster during Raid Walk, and its cooldown is reduced by 15%. Shadow Infusion. While your ghoul is not transformed, Death Call will also reduce the remaining cooldown of Dark Transformation by 7 seconds. Necrosis. Dealing damage with Death Call causes your next Scourge Strike to deal 40% increased damage. Infected Claws. Your ghoul's claw attack has a 35% chance to cause a festering wound on the target. Dark Arbiter replaces Summon Gargoyle. Summon a Valkyrie to attack the target for 20 seconds. Dark Vrykle will gain. The Vrykle will gain 1% increased damage for every 1 runic power you spend. So if you spend all 100% while it's summoned, it does 100% increased damage. Unless there's a cap in there that they're not mentioning. Defile replaces Death and Decay. Defile does target ground, dealing 2,882 Shadow Frost damage to all enemies over 10 seconds. Every 1 second, if any enemies standing in the Defile, it grows in size and increases your mastery by 5, stacking up to 10 times. While you stand within your Defile, your Scourge Strike will hit all enemies near the target. Soul Rend. Strike an enemy's soul for 1,858 shadow damage, afflicting them with Soul Reaper for 5 seconds. Bursting a festal wound on an enemy affected by Soul Reaper grants 7% haste for 15 seconds, stacking up to 3 times. Wasn't there one back here that you know, did what this did. It caused your Scourge Strike to hit out every nearby. I swore there was something here that made it in away. I really must be misremembering it. It doesn't seem to be the case. Let's see this.
We are done.
And here's Risen Skulker. It's a rather weak undead minion. You get it as a bonus. Chaos Ganith. The Crusade is in a frenzy. They've diverted all forces outside of New Avalon, set up a blockade at Light's Point, east of here. They're desperately trying to strip the Havenshire mine of all resources, load the cargo aboard the frigates they have docked on the coast. Let's stir things up a bit, shall we? Gothic the Harvester, Grand Necromancer the Lich King, has graced us with his presence. He's a gift he'd like to bestow upon the Scarlet Crusade. Seek him out. And here's Fury. Some other guy's mount. Maybe the Horseman's mount, I would assume. It will take everything from them. Alright. I was figuring he might say something else, but apparently not. You fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvester. Okay, that's again a nod to him being a Naxxramas boss. Let me just take a quick drink. We didn't get a quest from him already, did we? No, I think I just stood near him and bet up a few other guys. You fought hard to invade the realm of the Harvesters. Wait. Gothic looks at his notes. My apologies, Workin. Old habits die hard. Palnai sent you then? I trust you're somewhat competent. I do have a gift for the Scarlet Dogs, one that is sure to speed up their work in the mines. I've come from the frozen heart of Naxxramas to feast on souls and deliver a vicious thrashing upon our sworn enemies, and I'm all out of souls. This device I'm about to give you is a portable plague spreader. Take it east to the Havenshire mines and unleash it near the Scarlet miners working inside. Use it to turn the miners into ghouls, and return to me when you have a small army at your side. I've saved a special place for them in the vacuum cleaner of souls.
Another time.
An interesting thing to have. Just I'm imagining like an infomercial, guy, trying to pitch these vacuum of souls. I can't think of a real sales pitch right now. Only thing going through my mind is that it slices, it dices, that kind of thing. But that's not really a vacuum cleaner now, is it? That is a cool banner. But yeah, I'm just imagining some infomercial guy trying to sell the soul vacuum. You are quite blind. Huh. The Skulker is actually a ranger. Explains why he's physically weak. Bestow the gift. Yeah, sometimes they don't quite take kindly to being killed. But it's not exactly much of an issue now, is it? Mommy? Yeah, as you can guess, ghouls aren't exactly intelligent. You killed me! Well done! I mean, who else do you think was throwing around plague devices? Smell fresh. Close. Yeah. And there's the old peon model. I do believe the peasants now in like Legion 1 want to use a different model. Then again, at the same time, I'm not entirely sure. What? I'm not even entirely sure if there's still any left. Well, if you actually see any. Damn it. Vengeance is mine. I'm not... what I was trying to say is I'm not even sure if you see any peons or peasants. Sorry, peasants, not peons, in waging territory.
It's too far away.
So yeah, maybe I'm just really misremembering things. Somehow thinking that they've, started using a new model when in reality they haven't used it at all. It's certainly a possibility, but I honestly don't remember. It's been a while since I leveled through Legion territory. Yeah, I've actually gotten all that I can, but I'm going to wander in here a little further. These aren't actually really that hostile, which makes sense. They're only like level 44. I'm just curious if there's anything actually in here. This is actually the same way out of a mine from Elwyn Forest. I remember it. I've been through it far enough. Not far enough. Frequently enough. Sometimes deeper within mines, you'll find deeper into a dungeon or whatnot, you'll find an enemy that's different to the rest. Like some overseer or boss, but not here. Not here. Oh, that's meant to be a flower. Thought for a moment there was a very small skeleton. Running wild. Oh wait, did I lose? No, I think ghouls are standing on top of each other. I need to actually grab another ghoul because I think I miscounted. I think I counted my own ghoul rather than theirs. The grave calls to us all. Just become a ghoul, mate. No need to be difficult, damn it. Difficult bastards. Come on. There we go. Mommy? You created enough ghouls, return to him. Alright. Spoil sport. Good to hop down that way, but running wild. Run. By the light be cleansed. But yeah, guys were a new type of undead for Brat of the Lich King, as far as I know. And I certainly never saw any of them in classic areas. So yeah, that's like they have like a sack on their head, a noose around their neck, and a big eye bulging out. Get in that pit before I turn you into a pile of ash and feces. Oh, hit off them. Hit off the mic, sorry. Can you just make sure it's... Oh, okay. They now know that the mines are no longer safe. They'll double their efforts in retreating, leaving their backs open to us. Only the Scarlet Force is a new Avalon and Light's Point to challenge us. The time to attack the Scarlet Fleet at Light's Point has come. The diversion at the mine has caused chaos amidst their ranks. They are frantically working to clear the area and return to their ships. The time is ripe. Prince Valnar is seizing the opportunity to finish off the Scarlet Fleet. Report to him at once. I do like the Scourge banner. It is cool. You have served us well, Death Knight. Few of your brethren have survived their initial attack upon the Scarlet Interlopers. You remain as one of the strongest. Prince Valnar nods. East of us, past the Havenshire mine, is the coast, called Light's Point by the Scarlet Crusade. 1,000 soldiers stand between us and their ships. Insurmountable? Hardly the point. In their haste, the Scarlet Crusade will make one fatal error, forgetting to check the minecarts. You are to return to Havenshire Mine, east of here, and locate the minecart that my minions have placed near the outhouse. Climb inside the minecar, and a Scarlet Miner will unwittingly see to it that you're placed safely behind enemy lines. Once aboard one of their ships, use the cannons against them. Slaughter them all. Call the Scarlet Griffin from the cannon when you are ready to return. It is kind of strange that they're paying us for all this, but your melee attacks, which reduce you below 35% health, cause you to gain 72 parry for 10 seconds. Can occur more than once every 30 seconds. Fine. creep up here and try not to get into another fight. There's no need. Just seeing if it was flagged as a Scarlet outhouse, but no. Where did this come from? But get this down to the ships before the foreman sees it. Part of me thinks that it might have worked. Okay, this is funny. Part of me thinks it would have worked. You know, they were saying that the Scarlets were panicking, trying to get everyone, all the mine ore out and whatnot. It would have worked better. I'm surprised these aren't attacking. It might have worked better if they actually had increased the amount of troops there. But I'll present your head to a Bendis myself. You know, like the outside of mine hadn't changed it in the slightest since, since I started going there to that quest. It hadn't changed in the slightest. So, might have worked better if they had a few extra troops there, but whatever. You know, guarding the panicked, and continued mining. But what? It doesn't matter. I'll just leave it here, and nobody will be the wiser. Totally ignoring the two ghouls they dragged on in with him, which is kind of funny, honestly. No, I never actually had a look around here. And also, I swore we went to the other ship. Yeah, it just looks like any other boat of this type. Like just a moment ago, I was playing around on my Rogue, and I was going around on Scarlet ships that looked exactly like this. In fact, even had their cargo stacked up in the exact same way. You frequently see the same model all over the place. Be it in ships or caves. Even the same carving over there. It's just the same ship model. It's, I understand why they do it, but I would prefer, more variety. But whatever. Excuse me. So, wait, are they all armed with guns? Yeah, they are. So, here is Skeletal Griffin Escape, Scarlet Cannon, and Electromagnetic Pulse. This is if anyone gets close. How the fuck do they have an Electromagnetic Pulse? And a Scarlet Cannon. It's a low fuel cost. A low fuel cost makes this mid to long range cannon an absolute necessity in the field. Aim low and let it rip. It's a pity we only see it this one time. Behind us, they've taken the ships. Pfft, they just fucking stand there, which is honestly funny to see. It's like, quick, we must stop them from holding the ships by staring at it. Let's see it. Okay, it is very short range. Let's kill a few more. They're in the process of destroying the cannons. They want to get out now in a moment. Parting shot, and we leave. And of course they don't try and shoot down the fucking Griffin. They're just like, they won. Whatever. Oh, that will never stop being funny. And there's some more cannons, some more guys holding out there. My god, this is so Griffin. I remember hearing a story before about a Griffin flight from here. Actually here. From there to somewhere in here. A Griffin flight from there at walking speed. Or something like that. It was a very slow ride. The entire Scarlet fleet wiped out in a matter of minutes. I will receive a commendation from the Lich King for this. All that remains of the Scarlet